Hello and welcome everyone. This video is connected to a series of videos produced in relation to our online event, Interreg Fit for SMEs, that will happen online on 19th of May. Today, we are happy to have with us Ms. Helena Järviste, who represents Estonia-Latvia program, and who is going to share with us their experience on engaging SMEs to the program. So Helena, welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today here, and the floor is yours.
Thank you for having me. To talk about supporting SMEs in this program, I should go back a few years to explain where it started and why we chose this path. We had actually the possibility for SMEs already in the previous program in 2007-2013. And we had special priority access for that, higher competitiveness of the program area. And we had possibility for developing services and products between SMEs in mixed partnership and in the field of tourism and in any other fields chosen by SMEs. But we had little interest, maybe the bureaucracy and the rules and this state aid rules were intimidating. So we actually had only one strictly SME cooperation project, and which turned out to be very successful. And later on, when we launched the new program, these project partners gave presentation and were much inspiration for the new applicants. Later it turned out. So the programming of this program started already in 2012, and then also due to the economical crisis, it was very clear that message from the regions, stakeholders, national authorities, that we need to more proactively support business environment, development of a business environment, products with higher value-added smart products. And it was also obviously supported much by the all-level strategic documents in the member states and then on EU level. So that was the general aim, to really address the strategic development needs, and the program had to be really more focused and more proactive, not just wait that if there will be some interest, but to really reach out more ourselves. So that was the background, and it ended up with priority one in this current program, which addresses the business environment more generally, but here I concentrate on this one specific objective: more jointly developed products and services in the program area. So we have also a specific objective 1.1, which deals more with umbrella organizations and just boosting this entrepreneurship spirit and encouraging starting the businesses. But this is SO1.2 is more for really concretely SME cooperation. And there are two output indicators that every project has to fulfill: joint products and services developed in cooperation, and joint marketing activities. Actually, you can choose also only joint marketing activities, but if you go for product and services development, then you have to have also marketing activities. So program target was 12 product and services and 12 marketing activities. Actually, today we have 20 projects, and altogether they are aiming at 30 products and services, 39 marketing activities. So we have overachieved the indicators. We had really much interest throughout these 4 years. And the result indicator, it is our program-specific indicator: share of entrepreneurs carrying out joint product or service development. So the baseline value, we had a survey, and baseline value was set in 2014 as 14%, and our target is 19% of these entrepreneurs that we cover with the survey in 2023. So we hope that our supported SMEs and supported projects really have the spillover effect, and it becomes more natural and more accessible for businesses to really cooperate across the border. So, as I said, we had much interest. We launched the first call in 2016, and then we had the two-phase application procedure. We had first idea phase, and then the full application. And we had, under this specific objective, 55 ideas submitted. So half of them were quite okay. And we had such a system that project applicants got the message, like they were either recommended or not recommended to submit the full application. So for the full application stage, 20 applications, lead partners submitted, and 9 were eventually selected. And in the third call, 2018, we had again quite many applications, 23, and 6 were selected. And then last year we had again quite. We thought that okay, we have some money in the program, and the interest was there. So interest was a bit less, but still quite much more money was support was asked than we actually had to give. The 13 applications and 5 projects, altogether 20 projects. And some projects have really more than one product in the project. So that's why we have 30 jointly developed products and 39 marketing activities. And altogether, we have contracted now 6.7 million euros. And I haven't listed all of them. You're very welcome to visit our webpage under results supported projects. But just to give some overview, we are not restricting any topics. Thematically, they can come from any sector. So we have, for example, handheld spectrometer. One project is dealing with bio-waste, trying to valorize whey. Then we have quite many, 7 or 8 IT-related, IT platform solution-related projects, again, in different fields of economy, software solutions, joint ticket management solution, for example. So very, very different topics that make assessment a bit more complicated because we don't have some kind of predefined pool of experts. Every time when we have a call, we see what comes in, and then we have to find thematic experts who are assessing whether this product is feasible and has potential in the market. So in reality and administratively how it works, in the first call we had idea phase, but then we decided that the compulsory consultation also actually serves the purpose of establishing whether the idea has potential and whether the partners are really motivated for cross-border cooperation, whether there is real complementarity of the capacities and knowledge, is there really potential for cooperation, and there is a requirement that the lead partner definitely needs to participate, not some outsourced project writer. So this is part of the technical eligibility, that they have to have had this compulsory consultation. And then we check whether the company is SME. There is a methodology. We go for the national business registries. Then they need to have at least 50,000 euros turnover, but depending on the time of the call. So this is like previous economic year that is confirmed. Then ERDF that they request from the program can be up to 50% from the turnover, not more. Then these companies need to have existing product or service. So they need to really demonstrate their financial and otherwise capacity, that they are not just outsourcing company, but they really have capacity to develop something themselves. And then, of course, according to the regulation, we are checking if the operation is in difficulty, what de minimis leftover they have, if they apply for the de minimis. And there is also much helpful that we have registers for that, state-aid register in Estonia, now also introduced in Latvia. So they used to submit the evidence on like de minimis declaration also like electronically on paper, but now it can be checked in both countries in the registries. And then technically, when they submit the application in the electronic monitoring system, EMS, they need to keep separately de minimis and state aid. And even if they have, according to the GBAR, they have different articles. They use, let's say, Article 20, where there is 50% of aid intensity, or Article 25, where it can be 80 or 60. Then they need to, this one company, one partner needs to be as like separate partners in EMS. So these aid intensity and activities need to be kept separately and also reported separately. So GBAR, like state aid and de minimis activities, they cannot overlap. So this is like technically what we do, technical eligibility. Then there are other like technical eligibility criteria as well, but these are the main for the specific for the SMEs. And we have two stages like assessment. First, they go through financial capacity assessment. And for that, SMEs had to submit financial information in addition to the annual reports that we can find in the business registries. And this financial information was, this Excel file was compiled by the program, and they just need to really show their like assets and work, like workforce and what is their like business without the project, and what they prognose the growth, let's say, with the project. So basically, financial experts are assessing if they are financially like currently capable of implementing the project, and how realistically they prognose their like future, like with the like ordinary business, and what benefit the project will bring. So if they achieve at least, there is like 1 to 5 scoring, and there is a formula, and if they reach like at least 3 in the scoring, then it goes to the quality assessment. But if they are like less than 3, or some of them, and the average is less, then they are not financially capable enough, and they just fall out from the competition before the quality assessment. And those who go further to the quality assessment will be assessed by at least then 4 experts. We have field experts, and every time we are just looking and finding them depending on the topic. And these experts need to know the field. They need to, for example, if we have a project about breast cancer diagnostics, these people need to understand what is explained in the application form, how these companies are developing this diagnostic system. They need to understand the topic. They need to also be able to assess whether this product, either medical product, let's say, or health product, or any other, is feasible on the market. So this is also important. So this expert needs to be really like kind of specific and also universal. And then the JS assesses some of the criteria in the quality assessment. So we assess really the cooperation and budget, and so this quality assessment criteria are, and indicative questions are shared, like divided between the field expert and then JS. And then in addition, we analyze really the state aid, how they have divided, and are the activities compatible, or like do they match with these chosen articles, and if they have chosen the aid intensity correctly. So here we are using one expert in the Ministry of Finance, and usually we go really all the project activity by activity if we have questions. In complicated cases, sometimes they are choosing just the minimis, and for example this SME cooperation article, and then it is easy. But if they go for industrial research or experimental development, then it is important to pay attention to the details, like what is exactly the activity, and is it, because there is also feasibility study and training, so there is different aid intensity, so we need to establish correctly. And as I said, there is no thematic restriction by the program. By the end of the project, they just need to show the evidence that they really, and just during the project as well, that they really develop this product together, and they marketed. Usually they have in parallel or more towards the end of the project, they have marketing activities. And what happens after the project, we can only hope. Some of them really continue, and they are just now ending, and we haven't really seen the, let's say, what is happening 1 year after the project. But in general, they really reach this goal that they have to the marketing activities, and then it depends on the, of course, like general economic situation and the usual business that businesses have. So currently, we can say that the system works, and we really see the results that were planned. And of course, the result indicator, this is different thing than we just need to see then after every few years how it goes. And it's interesting that we explain, of course, all the state aid rules during this compulsory consultation, and still the big interest also shows that SMEs are not intimidated. There are other measures, national measures as well, and they know what this means and what is incentive effect, and how they cannot really mix the activities between state and de minimis. And if they keep it like really like in EMS, of course it is like a bit nuisance for everybody, like also like from the reporting side and from the checking side. But we see that from the feedback, in addition to the last progress report, projects are submitting final reports where we asked really like feedback for the program and the rules and how it was. So they never actually mention, or so far they haven't mentioned that this is something very difficult. Maybe that the prepayments could be there, and then reporting periods could be longer, but the state aid seems not to be a big issue. And we have annexes to the program manual, separately state aid and revenue, where all this is explained, how we do and why we do, and projects that are subject to the state aid rules. They don't need to calculate revenues, and the net revenue is not calculated or like cut from the support. And on the project level, just one example. For example, we have a project Pet Diagnostics. They now ended successfully. It lasted 27 months, and this Estonian partner, lead partner, TBD Biodiscovery, they were this one part of this one successful project in the previous program, and then the Latvian partner was Grindex. So TBD Biodiscovery is they are manufacturing chemicals. So basically, active ingredient that goes into the pill or like tablet. So in the first project, they had partner Grindex, who is manufacturing like basically pharmaceutical drugs. And now they went, but as Grindex is large and we are supporting SMEs, then this time they went for a smaller company, Pharmidea in Latvia. And the match was actually the same. They said that very natural that Biodiscovery has this GMP manufacturing of chemicals. And actually, they say the only in Estonia with a certificate. And Pharmidea was this manufacturer, then the final dosage. And then they developed PET precursors. So this is also for cancer diagnostics. And again, the feedback is very good, that they really can have product for the patients and also for the hospitals. It is easier and much useful to have it, like in our countries, not to travel, and they can have this diagnosis. And for the companies, again, Biodiscovery said that for them it's like just growth. Like after already the first project, they got much connections, and they are, so to say, they put themselves on the map in this industry. And they had also combined ERDF, de minimis, and GBAR. So some of the activities were with 80% weight intensity. Majority was de minimis for both. And in average, all these SME projects, they are the ERDF is 300,000-400,000. So they had 500,000, close to 500,000. And yeah, for inspiration, as I said, you are welcome to visit visit our webpage. There is more descriptions, like what products and services are being developed. For example, this second one, laundry washing capsules. Here we have the same case that one household chemicals producing company, Meyer, in Estonia, and Field and Forest in Latvia. Field and Forest is growing these plants, and they're making organic essential oils. So the first project is laundry washing capsules. So they were really excited, and after the project, now it's also ending. They said that of course it took much more work, and work hours were like doubled, but they were so excited. They came the second round, so they have now second project in the same partnership, herbal waters. So they also said that yeah, maybe the reporting and some administrative. Some rules are maybe difficult, but everything can be like resolved, and this cooperation and the benefit is much bigger. And what they have said so far is that really that if all the rules and especially as state and mostly actually reporting is more like kind of nuisance, not even state aid, that if all is explained clearly. Then it is, and you pay attention in the beginning, and you keep the team like small and like responsible. Then and you don't make this partnership or like kind of team too big, and then it's very well manageable. And of course, it makes difference if the same people are writing the project and implementing. So. In businesses, it's actually maybe less than the people are changing, but sometimes it happens, and then it's like difficult to keep track. But this is not specific to SMEs actually. This is in every project can happen. So basically, so far so good. We have good feedback, and as much as possible, if they know about these reporting periods. We might take into account in the next program. So the plan needs in some form to support SME cooperation and businesses, and smart specialization maybe also, and maybe a mixed partnership. So, but it's early days yet to say what exactly it will be. But I think we have very good experience from to learn from, and to see whether we can maybe here and there maybe simplify or like make something for the program also less administratively burdensome, because this assessment is maybe the financial and thematic assessment. There it is like it's labor intense and takes much resources, but it's worthwhile actually. I think this system worked very well to really identify the most capable companies. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Helena, for this interesting presentation and interesting examples of projects. I think that it's great to see how deeply SMEs are embedded in your program's objective. And it's also great to see that there are still very huge interest if you look at the number of applicants that apply to your program, even until the end of the programming period. I also think that this no thematic restrictions gives a lot of space for SMEs to innovate and to be creative in developing their new products for the market. We will have, I think that for sure, your approach to quality assessment, to the state aid, to reporting and monitoring will trigger a lot of questions, which we will have a chance to reply to during our online event, which will happen on 19th of May. So I hope to see you all there, and thank you very much once again. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.